Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have some super easy DIY tea storage. I love tea, but honestly the boxes just sort of sit in a pile on my counter, which isn't really appealing to look at. And you know, it gets the job done, but I was trying to think of something that was like fun and cute, but also cheap, because cheap is very important. And I was trying to think of a way that I could store my tea, have it be functional, but also have it just not be a tower of boxes sitting next to my stove. So it is super easy, it's really cheap, it's really quick to do, and I think it is so cute, which is also very important because you don't want it to look weird sitting on the counter. You want it to, you know, look presentable, and I definitely think this does. So if you want to learn a really quick, easy, fun way to store your tea, then keep on watching. So this is how I usually store my tea. You see, it's just two boxes right here. So not too many, but it's just like sort of piled on top of each other, next to my knives, next to the tea kettle. So functional, but not necessarily presentable. So for this project, you will need any type of chalkboard, adhesive, something. I have chalkboard tape, but you could totally use stickers. They would be a lot more uniform. You will need mason jars. You can buy them individually or you can buy them in a pack. I happen to just have these from another project. Some tea, either bag tea or loose leaf tea. Some scissors, and then some chalk or one of those chalkboard markers would also work just as well. I just bought this because it was super cheap at Target. So first you're going to take your mason jar and you're going to unscrew the ring and you're just going to take the lid part off. And this is where we will be putting our chalkboard tape to label our mason jars to tell us what kind of tea is inside. So you're going to take your tape or your stickers, whatever you have, and just measure it so that, you cut a piece that isn't too big or too small for your mason jar lid. Then you're going to take your piece of tape, again, or a sticker, and as you can see, my lid has like this little design on it at the bottom, and I don't want to cover that with the tape. I just want to cover the words. Since the design's already there, you might as well leave it uncovered to add a little bit of fanciness to the lid. So there I've stuck my tape onto the lid. As you see, it comes up onto the outer ring, which you don't want because when you go to put that ring on top of the lid, it'll sort of pull the tape out of place and make it bunch up on the corners. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the corners off like that. See, now you can see the tape is up on the lip, but it's not on the outer ring of the lid, and that is going to be what you want. Now I'm just going to take my chalk and write the name of the tea right onto that chalkboard tape. Now, I sort of sharpened this piece of chalk with a pair of scissors because it was way easier to write with. But again, if you have one of those chalkboard markers or one of those chalk markers, then it's going to make it a lot easier for you to write with. So make sure you have your box of tea out so you don't spell anything wrong. Maybe you're a bad speller, I don't know. But it'll just make it easier if you have the name of the tea right next to you. And yeah, you're just going to write the name of the tea on the lid. I'm writing it on a diagonal because that is going to leave me more space to actually write the name so that the letters don't get all cramped. And that's what it looks like when it's done. I realize that the O in chamomile looks kind of like a U, so that will be fixed at some point. But you can see the little design, and it adds a little, a little bit of fanciness to the lid. Now you're going to take your mason jar and you're going to take the tea out of the box or out of the bag or the container or wherever it came in. And this tea is in pairs. The little tea bags are connected in pairs. So you don't want to stuff the tea bags into the mason jars too tight because then you'll risk tearing the tea bags and then obviously you cannot use that tea anymore. So I'm just putting them in a few at a time to make sure that they're not in the mason jar too tight. So all the tea is now in this jar. Look how cute that looks. Oh, I love it. So now I'm just going to take the lid, put that on the jar, and just secure it with the middle ring. As you can see, because I cut the corners off, the ring around the lid did not pull that tape out of place at all, which is great because you don't want to have to worry about that every time you want to make a cup of tea. But this is the end result. And this is another one that I had made. It's obviously peppermint tea because it says peppermint on it. But these are just so cute, and they're so easy, and the materials are super inexpensive, and that is always a plus. So this is where they are on my counter, in the same place that the tea boxes were, but now it looks a little bit nicer. And you could have like a little tray that you kept them on or something like that. Do whatever you want. But this is how I store my tea. So that is how I store my tea. I only have tea bags. I don't have any loose leaf tea, but I don't see why you couldn't also store loose leaf tea in the same manner. Again, I just think this is really cute. It's fun. It's really easy to do. Like I said in the video, I only had chalkboard tape, but those stickers would also be really cute. I would actually prefer to use the stickers, but we don't have a lot of craft stores here, which is fine. But stickers would definitely be a lot more uniform, and I do love uniformity. But the tape works just as well. But I hope you liked this DIY tea storage. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and hit the little subscribe button down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!